When the show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night, 'cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
Hey, good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Odie joins me as we begin the morning show.
We begin the hump day. We finally made it. It
Wednesday.
is halfway. Yeah.
Are you going to, what was the guy that used to bring in all the animals?
Oh, man.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That guy.
He was always on the evening shows.
And he always brought them from the zoo.
Yeah.
You look like that guy.
I do have that color shirt on. Well, we're not talking about old Steve there.
Not Steve. It was the
other guy,
Yeah.
kind of tall fella.
Yeah, he just always had them there.
Yeah, why is it those fellas always on the zoo? You know?
He had dementia in the end, I think is what he got there.
You're right. And his wife would go with him to film a lot of stuff. Jack Hanna.
Jack Hanna. That was him.
That's
Look at
him.
Odie coming up with this.
I had to go find what filing cabinet in my Noggin it was in.
Everybody else was spitting it out there for us.
Yeah, look at there. Jack
Austin
Hanna.
come up with that. I had forgotten about him, but that was such a... And most of America, now our guest yesterday, I'm sure it would not have ding-dong there.
No, she wouldn't have. She didn't know who Jack Hanna was. So.
We picked on her, but Jack Hanna was a part of probably anybody over the age of 35's childhood.
Oh, do
up.
You remember when he took that monkey on, what's the one that did the mind reading? Johnny Carson.
What'd he do?
They took that monkey on Johnny Carson's show, and that monkey jumped on Johnny Carson and sat on his head. Old Johnny was freaking out.
I would have too.
He didn't like some of those animals. He'd get up and run half the time.
That does not. Anybody brings us. That's why we don't have those people that have snakes. We're not letting them on the show. No. There's just some things you go, we don't need that guest.
If you have a monkey, you can bring it. We don't mind monkeys. But we don't care too much for it.
If you remember, we were saying that they had a hard time finding that at the Jackson Zoo. That little guy that went to pay his $8 to go through there.
He didn't find.
He didn't find many animals at all. It's sad over there.
Now sometimes Scotty Ray wishes he had a button monkey over here.
That trunk monkey.
A trunk monkey.
I am not real big on zoos. The kids loved them. It's just it hasn't what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, they're airish. And it's hot summertime.
Well, yeah.
I
like the zoo. Of course, I was raised going to the zoo all the time.
I love it. Where at? Because there's a punchline here. Birmingham.
Yeah, and it was always good. And so I remember riding the train with my granddad. And then when Braylon was like 6, I took him on that train around Birmingham. And that was an moment. I rode this train with my pawpaw, and now I got my grandson on this train. It was pretty cool.
Go to the Atlanta Zoo, you lose all of your hubcaps and your spare tire.
Well, but you'll gain 4 concrete blocks.
Yes, sir, you will. Use them for whatever you like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna not turn in our membership to join the press team as I look. This is really sad. I joke about that, but. There's people in media that go cover things that put you in harm's way. You're not
sending me out of town.
Gaza, we have an airstrike. It hit a tent with media in it. They've lost several souls due to that. It is very dangerous work, and feel for those guys that happened to and their families there.
Yeah.
There must be something we do not know here. Dan Bonagino. I think most people like Dan. He's had a podcast for years now. He was ex-Secret Service. You remember seeing him on Fox News a lot.
Fox News
through the years, and then he got promoted and got that number 2 spot in the FBI.
Right. That's right.
For the first time, the number 2 guy, they're asking for volunteers for the next 30 days for security for him around the clock, 24/7. Something is happening that we don't know. They wouldn't do that because the number 2 guys never had security before. And they've made all types of remarks about, they need their guys in the field instead of senselessly guarding people. So there's a threat that we're not being told at this point.
Yeah, something Something's up. Now you can tell. Scroll up. Who was that? Somebody's bringing back some old memories right there. Sandra.
What'd she say?
That monkey on 8th Street throw poop at you. Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, there's a pet store.
Was it up by the doctor's office?
34th Street, somewhere around in there. It was Queen City Pawn Shop. If you're headed into town, it was on the right. And they had a monkey that was in there. Mm-hmm. And if you went around the corner, he'd grab a handful and throw it at you. Man, you had to be quick.
Oh, it's the crackheads outside that do that now.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning to save the day. We can keep you comfortable with special savings for your home, like up to $3,000 off new HVAC systems or a tune-up for just $69. Keep the power on with a generator. Get $200 off installs and 0% financing for 60 months. We do it all at Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning and offer financing options for any repair or installation. Call for a free quote or visit us online at HeblonHeatingandCooling.com.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back, and I guess I need to make an apology for making somebody mad at me. No.
Just one person?
It's just we're going to individualize this person because they're having a tough time this morning dealing with me.
Uh-oh.
Bubba.
So you're living rent-free in somebody's head?
Bubba's.
Oh.
Because he's reminded that I introduced him to his ex-girlfriend from 40 years ago, and then they got married, and
they got an
he just
anniversary.
rolled over and went, "Scotty Ray, I can't stand you."
Again. Here it is. So they get, well, she didn't name him. She just
Shirley's
said,
Shirley's over in the corner doing the jig going, "I got a man. I finally got one."
She just said, me and my husband's having a birthday. She didn't mention Bubba's name.
I've often said, if I can get Shirley married, I can get anybody married.
Well,
God bless that man.
you did that with poor Kurt.
Kurt, bless his heart. There's many a man waking up going, "What have I done? Why did I listen to Scott? Why did I go out on that date with her? I'm sorry."
Oh, what was it? It was cheaper to keep her now.
My mother-in-law was looking at me going, "Why did I listen to Scotty Ray? I'm married to him now."
That way.
I got them two married. There's a bunch of people that probably dislike me. It sounds good first couple years, and then boy, it goes south there, and they go,
"What was
downhill. What was I thinking?"
Should have known not to listen to him.
Look at when Odie came in this morning, I was having an urban cowboy moment, and I'd gone back for Johnny Lee, "Looking for Love in All the Wrong Places." That's a good song, you know.
It was a good song.
I really like that.
Dave, thank you for asking about Memory. She's doing better. She's still.
That's wonderful.
That didn't take quick. Thank you so much. But Memory is doing great. Still needs prayers.
We see somebody else is trying. Thieves. We had the high school principal yesterday that we talked about, national level now, not local. That tried the thing to scan in a fake barcode to steal stuff.
Yeah.
Here's another one here. I mean, do they not think they ain't got cameras?
And they really, look, the reason they don't have people at the registers because they got them watching cameras up there on you.
Filled a trash can with everything and then scanned just the garbage can.
Now, they had to use the little gun because it was so heavy they couldn't put it up on a belt, That didn't draw any red flags or nothing.
Police came on in and arrested them.
Oh, Scotty Ray marriage classes.
There's been a lot of those. I can't even remember everybody I've gotten married.
But we're having trouble. were having trouble.
They're going for Nick Lisi?
Well, yeah, they had, not all of them, but we've got Stephanie at Brookdale and RW that
Well, I tried to hook them up. And
we can't get them.
He gets so many dates that she's in a list. She's like number 209.
Well, there's only 12 months in a calendar.
I know. But Stephanie, I need a man for Stephanie. She's talked to me several times about needing a man.
We do need to do that. Oh, talking about RW.
What's he done?
He has a little bit more free time today.
What's he done?
Well, I saw somebody yesterday driving his truck.
Did they fix it?
Judge T is in his truck and
Boy.
didn't have an escort.
Oh.
So RW has a little bit more free time because Judge T's on his own now.
Well, you know he had to go make a bank loan, I understood, for an $8,000 transmission.
Oh. Maybe RW let him.
And we bring this up because he's always bragging about my truck's got 489,000 miles.
Never
on
had
it."
a problem.
Never had a problem.
RW's got so many casseroles, he probably sold a few to help make money.
Pay off that transmission. Let's see. We'll get somebody married before the day is out. We keep this up. Let's see what's going on this morning as we start looking at a few of the headlines that are shaping our area there. I messed that up. Let me go back here to our page and pull up his picture. I want to show this as we go to Clark County. This would be yesterday afternoon. If you noticed, in the Enterprise area, there was an abundance of law enforcement.
Yeah, everywhere.
Here he goes, a captured moment here from a camera. This is who they are looking for, and then we'll show you a still picture of this. Let's see, he was wearing Crocs.
Four-wheel drive.
That's right. Dropped his ID, and we'll show you that here in just a moment there. He did have a hoodie on, but he lost that because it got a little warm.
Well, I mean, you start running, and they can drag you down a little bit.
Here's who they're looking for. Markevian Lil Keith Jones. He's wanted on felony gun charges. He fled a traffic stop. He is from Meridian. Left his ID for the sheriff to hold on to there. Anthony's got it there, and they'd like to give them back to you. You just got to spend a little time with them to get that back. But if you're in the Enterprise area, it's probably not there anymore.
No, he's probably back down this way.
Because I do know that he knocked on several people's doors that didn't know him and go, "Hey, can I use your cell phone?" And they said no, and he ran. He did that multiple times. I'm sure at some point somebody said, "Sure, here."
Yeah, and not knowing who he was. Somebody needing help, just let me borrow your cell phone.
And let me explain this. Also, I was pulled over yesterday, and I was on my computer typing out something, and somebody come up to my window and tapped on it and said, "I'm mad at you." And I said, "Okay, can you tell me why you're mad at me?" "Well, it's a story that you done." And he said, "I had it all built up in my head, and I was going to chew you from one end to the other." And I said, "Okay, what have I done to you?" "Well, you done a story about a death a while back." I said, "Okay." And he said, "You put it as suspicious." I said, "Yeah, that's what the police told me." I cannot change the narrative of what happens. What happens happens. When something, a death, when they're investigating it, and it may be cleared later, I have to put what they tell me. I can't just make up things out of the clear blue because it would be a lie. As in many, many cases there, the word alleged is used because you can't prove it hasn't been before court. Now, after somebody's been arrested and charged, you can put those charges. But when the original arrest or whatever is made, when police show up on the scene, it's a lot of unknowns. And you can't accuse someone of something that doesn't exist. So you have to use key words to let the public know that someone was either arrested or there's been a death. A lot of times it said, it's no foul play, this is natural causes. And it's left to that. Natural causes we don't typically cover because that's a private matter. But when there's a question of something
could be
right, you have to word it that way. It was not a bad thing, but he wanted to express his opinion, and that was okay. But I can't change it and say it's not anything to it. When police may think it is, or maybe the coroner or somebody, you have to kind of leave it where it's open until they tell you differently.
If you get a resolution to it.
Jimmy's administration, I did not get anything. I done good to get the beginning part of it. And the Meridianites have spoken. He is out of there.
Well, if you're charged you're charged. You're not guilty.
That's right.
You're only guilty once you go in front of a judge. And he's the only one that can say you're charged, you're guilty, or you're innocent. It's
like
not
you
up
take
to
this. We do know that this man fled. There is not a shadow of a doubt. He is wanted. Now,
and he left his ID behind.
Correct. We know who he is and what he done. When we don't know who it is, we don't put a name. We just know that a certain person fled. There could be, well, we think it's somebody. Well, if you don't know, you don't put it.
Well, this goes to the officers tell you, hey, here's his name. I want you to put this out. And it's for two reasons. One, because they want this guy to come in and answer some questions. Two, Crime Stoppers. You know where this guy is. You can make some money off of this.
Yeah.
And, hey, I mean, a padded back pocket's not a bad idea.
Odie, I didn't even know the sheriff's department had 3 vehicles down there. Did you?
Oh.
Look at this. Boy, they got more in that fleet than you realize. They were all over the place.
Where was Harold?
He's back there. He's hiding behind the sign. They even had a Charger pulled out on this one there.
Dang it, man.
Clark County is where that all happened yesterday. And again, they did lock down Enterprise School for just a little while.
Well, you got to make sure kiddos are safe. Err on the side of caution.
Especially when, it's a felony gun charge that they were wanted for. They flee. He may not have even had one on him.
No, but I mean, past history says it's a possibility that he does.
That's correct, and that's what that was all about yesterday. We had a couple of gunfire in the air last night. As we go to take a look here, let's just take a look here, Odie. Well, let's go over to 4800 block of 29th Avenue. Gunfire reported in that area.
Well, I'm glad we make that stuff over here, because you imagine at the tariff on that, how much the ammo would be now. Man.
West Hills, just off of State Boulevard, there at Westgate Hills, had some gunfire there also last night. And also, we would have 40th Street and 44th Avenue. Now, again, was there more? There sure was. I just couldn't identify the areas that the others happened, but those were the few places that I did get an exact address from people on there.
Yeah. Angie, knowing the suspect's name is public safety.
And that's been one of my things with the current administration of when you know there's been a robbery and you know the description of the person that flees the scene, give it to the media so you can call the police and go, there he is.
That's right.
It really helps the police. Sometimes administrations don't understand how well the public can be a part of their workforce, a part of the police department, and help solve crimes.
Sheriff Calhoun has spoke on that.
Yes.
They get so much help from you, the public, that's where they get a lot of solved cases at. And it takes everybody coming together. And that's how you clean up a city, a town, a county, is everybody pulling together. And you've got to have as much information out there as you can.
But we didn't. We just didn't get that from the current Smith administration whatsoever in the city limits of Meridian. We're going to have a new one coming before long. You spoke. It's changing. We'll be right back. American Portable Buildings not only has buildings, but they also have trailers. They're budget friendly, zero down, no credit check. Come take advantage of these savings today. Take a look at all they have to offer. If it's a trailer you need, they have them from 12-foot to 16-foot to 18-foot, even car haulers. If you're tired of having to borrow a trailer every time you need one, see them today. Call 601-693-6200 or drop by for a visit at 4838 Old Homestead Road in Meridian. Rockhouse Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun & Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun & Pawn. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger. Plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh, 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor. That's the cue for us to talk again there.
Yeah, I can put my coffee back now.
Just hang on a second. I'll let you drink it in a minute.
We'll have another shot.
Sad news, Odie, as we go to Neshoba County. We had a home fire last night, and unfortunately, there is nothing left. Let's go to County Road 610. This would be in the 1300 block there. North Bend, Neshoba Volunteer Fire Department showed up to help out with this. And let's show this, Odie. Look at this.
Man, that's tough. That's just terrible for the family.
Very nice home, as you'll see here. I know we have not gotten word as to what caused the fire, but a two-story home, as you can well see here in these pictures there, totally gone. We hope everyone is okay as we get more information on this. Again, the Neshoba County Volunteer Fire Department, Sheriff's Department arrived on the scene. It was County Road 610 is where that is.
And if y'all are watching this morning, or if y'all know this family, if y'all will let us know what size clothes they need,
yes,
what some stuff that they need, we'll get that pushed out, and we'll work with Kemper to
Neshoba.
Neshoba to have a drop-off place to help them. And if we have to collect some here, we will, but definitely need to help these kids. Now, I will, Melody with Red Cross, we fought for a while. We had lost Red Cross. Didn't have anything local here. Melody's got to be a year and a half, 2 years here. And if you're watching, let me know how long you've been here. But anyway, she has done an outstanding job building Red Cross back up. And they're available, 1-800-RED CROSS, to start that process to get them took care of. But man,
that's
definitely prayers for them.
General location there where the fire happened there. And as you can see, that is on the rural route, and it takes a minute or two to get there. These volunteer fire departments in those areas had to get to that scene. Again, if you know that family, as Odie said, get that to us. We'll be glad to help out as much as we can. Fire is a scary, scary thing.
It really is. And it changes now. Whatever you had is gone.
Yeah, you get nothing, no picture, no nothing. We got to talk to East Mississippi Crime Stoppers and see if they can give us a better picture. As we got an email yesterday from Crime Stoppers here. This is Cordarius Sean
Davis
Lake. He's 30 years old there. 5'6", 203 pounds. He is wanted in Kemper County for grand jury for conspiracy to introduce contraband into the Kemper Neshoba County Correctional Facility there.
Oh.
That was a no-no.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Don't do it. It is not worth it.
Again, the picture is not that great, but you get a general idea of what he looks like. Hopefully, we can get that looks like that was put on a fax machine.
Yeah.
Instead of digitally done. But we would like to get a little bit better picture. And also, if you happen to see this fella, James Moore would like to hear from you. Crime Stoppers. That number is 855-485-8477. And there's always rewards with Crime Stoppers.
That number is 485 that's on there. It's 855-485. Yes, 485 is a prefix for Meridian. That is not a Meridian number. You're not going to... Nobody wants your name.
Does that go to Angola?
It goes to a call center. They don't want your name. They're going to give you a code, and that's what you communicate with that PIN number.
I've never called it.
And I hadn't either. But that's how they do it. So no names. They don't know who you are. They're not
your cousin got arrested.
They don't care.
He told you.
So, but yeah, it's anonymous.
And that's good. So if you happen to know a little bit of information, pass that along. Hey, we have to say congratulations to Clarkdale. Look at this. 2025 district champs there.
That's a good deal. Good deal.
Let's blow that picture up where y'all can see that a little bit better there. Let's zoom in there.
Champs.
So congratulations. Let me back out just a little bit there to get everybody. There we go. So congratulations.
Hey, good job.
Now, again, if you're watching us and you're looking at your phone, don't forget you can throw this on television through YouTube. Put it on your large screen smart TV and be able to see it all in real-time color. It's
and then
great.
we get closer.
It's scary. You can comment also through your phone while you watch television. It's pretty neat there. On the way, we're going to tell you a little bit more about the election and all that's going on with that. We got some information from Donna Jill about the upcoming elections. I did get word. I was on Highway 19, and what's that I hear echoing in the background?
It wasn't a gunshot, I'm sure.
It was, I'm afraid. I rushed down the street, and I did find officers that were investigating this. This would be 60, right near 65th Avenue is where the gunshots were being
Frank's driving.
Yep. They were investigating. Now, nothing was hit. Nothing was anything like that. No damage. But still, it did happen.
The potential for that bullet to go somewhere is astronomical.
Well, as I pointed out yesterday, the gunfire that happened on 14th Street and 9th Avenue, they were riding dirty through there, I guess, in the air doing this. The building that I brought up that had a busted window, guess how it happened?
One of them bullets came down. What'd you say they was riding dirty?
Yeah, I heard that somewhere.
It was on a song, wasn't it?
It was your song, wasn't it?
Probably.
I want to say it wasn't me.
That's exactly where
Isn't that where it come from?
Yeah, wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
She called me redheaded. Wasn't me.
Odie has used that line before. Wasn't me.
Man, yeah, when I was riding dirty.
Coming up, we're going to tell you about accidents. We've had quite a few. We had one that held up interstate for quite some time yesterday. We'll be back to tell you about that in just a moment.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Welcome back, Scotty Ray and Odie. As we brought up, an incident happened yesterday, and it was a pretty big incident.
Yeah, this happened. We got the call 5:30. We got this cleaned up 11:30
Last night.
Yeah.
Let's show a few pictures of this. This is the Tumsuba exit. And all of this stuff here is if you were expecting to get yourself a new satellite system, it's going to be late.
I didn't know they still sold that many satellites.
I didn't either, but it was a truckload of it.
If you had one of those little Joey modems to make sure you get that throughout your whole house,
you see that?
They're on the side of the road.
They were everywhere.
Yeah.
So it could be a little bit late there getting that. We go down to the next truckload. There's that one.
Yeah.
Here's the truck that was hit. As you can see, it's on the side of the road, and the entire side of the truck is peeled off. Let's get a little bit closer to that, and looks like they were almost going to Lowe's, doesn't it?
That's a lot of wire. Retail. Now you're talking about that little spool of the white wire. You're talking 350.
Right there.
Yes, sir. And excuse me, I'm not sure about those. $150, $200, and then you got another roll. This truck was full. Took a little while. High dollar. And
a lot of twerkers would like to have been there.
Yeah, they were probably waiting in the woods for this to get over with. But I was headed to watch a softball game.
Didn't get there, did you?
Didn't get there. You know, Barry White, our good buddy that we love to death, and hope him and Harold's watching this morning. Good morning, Barry. His sister Lee is the head coach of East Central Community College softball, and they were playing at MCC's new field last night, and we were going to go and watch that, but duty called, and we had to.
I mean, look at this, y'all. This was
so those little rolls of the yellow wire
right here.
No, the big ones up there.
Oh, right there.
Those about $550.
My heavens.
$200 for that. And I mean, this truck was loaded, so you can imagine the amount of money that was lost. That's not usable wire anymore. Romex. So it was involved in a wreck. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me who come up with this, but it was involved in a wreck. So every bit of that is now scrap.
Has to be destroyed. I'll be dog.
I need to do something about my hair on that. The wind was blowing.
There you go.
Look at that.
Odie live on the side of the road
Oh, man, you never know.
there. But I will take my intuition and take another route. I was going to tell you. I knew better. I got hung up in a little bit of traffic there trying to get there.
Oh, yeah.
Come in the back way. Drivers were okay, Ann. Not a scratch on either one of them. And one of the drivers, I think he described it, he was either putting on his boots or his tennis shoes in the floorboard, and that's when that truck hit him.
If he would have not had to stop, he said his gauges were sending a signal, and he said, I might have an air problem, so he pulled over to be safe. And if he would have been ready, he would have jumped on out of his truck and probably gotten hit. But he had to take time and swap from shoes to boots, and that saved his life. But I tell you, good Lord was with them. But both of them are okay. Great. Shook up. The guy said, man, he said, I'm all
supposed to sing.
Oh, shook up. Mm-hmm. I said, yeah, I don't doubt you are.
Have you seen these motorcycle boys around town?
Yeah, I like him.
They've been riding Harleys there. Traffic 1 was out yesterday. This was 23rd Avenue and 9th Street, I believe is where this was, if I remember. Isn't that what that says there? It's 23rd or 10th.
We'll go with it. Somewhere right around in there.
Right there by the big Methodist
9th.
Church. Yeah. Had the bumper took off there.
Row.
Minor accident. I mean, it was very minor there.
I like them old Harley.
I am not used to that flag. I'm just, every time I look at that, I think it's something to do with Canada. And I guess this is the other vehicle that was involved. Barely a mark on that truck.
Oh, wow.
Barely a mark on that. But
yeah. Hey, is that the Scotty Ray Mobile?
That's it.
That's it. Look at that. He's everywhere.
So that happened there yesterday afternoon. And again, no injuries whatsoever. It was a minor little thing there that went on there. Let's talk about what's coming up with the election as we look at all this. Donna Jill sent this out to us yesterday. This goes into all of the precincts where elections are going to be held coming up. If you get a chance, read through this. This is for the House 82 special election. And it tells you everywhere you can go vote on here. We get down and it shows us right here, precinct polling places. Then also what your voter card looks like. Let me close this where you can see that. That's your voter registration card. If you've lost yours, they'll replace it. They're not you don't get them updated all the time, but if you've lost one and would like yours, they'll be glad to print you a new one there.
Yeah, that'll tell you you're either going to be in 81, 82, or 83 if you live in this area. And 82, which was held by Charles Young Jr., is now open. Special election was done, and now there is a runoff the 22nd of this month. So our friend Joe Norwood and Greg Elliott are in a runoff for that position. And so go vote. That is also the same day that the city runoff is held, and chances are you'll be voting in two different locations. Both very, very, very important. If you're able to go vote, please go vote. We had a sad turnout.
We did.
On both of these elections.
And most likely we will see that again here.
Please prove us wrong and go vote.
You want to bet a quarter on it?
No, because I'll lose it.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Man.
Let's go back in time. Let's go back to 1865. 4 years of bloody battle would end today. Yeah. Lee would be dressed to his best to the hilt, and the drunk would show up in a little bit there, covered in mud there with a cigar, and it all ended here at this little place called Appomattox Courthouse. It all ended there today, where Lee would surrender and the war was over. 1 year later, he would be arrested, actually given a ticket there for speeding. We didn't have any DUI units to find out if he had been drinking.
So the horse wasn't driving?
Boy, let's go to 1881. You remember that year?
Wow. I've heard a lot about it.
Well, y'all know this guy here, Billy the Kid.
Yeah.
He was found guilty. He was sentenced to hang. I don't think that worked out for them. Billy was a great escape artist. If you've ever watched any of the movies when they're getting ready to take him to the gallows, he figures out a way at that last second to get away.
You know, locks were not really
as good as they are now.
Good as they are now. But yeah, he was smart. You got one of them robes, don't you?
No, I don't. Do you have one?
No.
Anybody got a maroon robe?
Yeah.
There you go. Hugh Hefner, born in 1926, and he would have bunnies around him his entire life. What did they do with the mansion? Did it get torn down, or did it become something else?
No, didn't somebody buy it to tear it down?
Seems like it. I can't remember.
I can't remember what it was. I know somebody's got that.
The neighborhood, I'm sure, was glad that the bunny house was shut down. Now, I ain't saying this guy's hair is fake, Odie, but I'm saying it might be.
Ooh,
Carl Perkins. Do you think that's fake?
Yeah, he's probably got a little glue up on top of that.
Carl Perkins, born back in 1932, and "Stay Off of My Blue Suede Shoes" was a big number to this. This next guy, you're going to remember him. Our guest yesterday wouldn't have, and I'll refer back to that. But
she wouldn't have a clue.
But the rest of us who had, growing up, had those 3 channels, and you had to watch the commercials because there was nowhere to go. Y'all remember the Doritos guy?
Yes, that was funny.
He had that humongous mustache.
That was an oversized caterpillar.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. We went to Aldi's the other day and came out, and I looked, and there was a guy walking out beside us, and I was like, ooh, and I looked over at Amy, and I noticed her, and I said, look at that. I said, that is a caterpillar.
Big mustache.
No, it wasn't. It didn't look like a mustache.
Oh, it just didn't look odd looking.
It looked like a caterpillar. She's sitting over looking at me like, what are you talking about?
Remember Michael Lerner?
Yeah.
The mom from the Waltons? She's got a birthday today. 1939 is when she was born. I'm telling you, she had to be pretty good because she lived with his mama and his daddy and her 15 children and never got in a fight with any of them hardly.
Wow.
That's almost like sainthood, isn't it?
It is.
And believe it or not, in America, there was a time to where families did that. You couldn't afford new homes, and you lived together. It's kind of like a modern-day version of the Ewings, where they all lived in the same place.
That's right.
But to make ends meet, you had to do that. Not everybody had a $300,000 house out of the gate.
Well, look at Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Charlie's parents and grandparents lived on it.
Sure did.
You know, Kim, what were you doing at the mansion?
Do what's that now?
Kim said she went to the mansion in 2023.
Ooh, Kim, tell us. Do tell. What was going on?
Yeah, what was you doing at the mansion there? Kim is being remodeled, so.
Okay. And it is. Okay. All right.
So maybe they bought it and started remodeling it.
Well, it would probably make a tourist attraction like nobody's business.
You know it would. That'd be the next nudist camp.
What was that song Nickelback had? I Want to Be a Rock Star. I got the keys, keys to the Playboy Mansion. Something like that in it. Even I know
could
that
rent
one.
that dude out for an overnight stay, like a hotel.
Yes, sir.
A hotel.
Kim said she was passing by on a home tour. Quit trying to make up rumors, Odie.
Just wanting to make sure.
He's one of those people that you call a stirrer. Come get him. I can tell you where he'll be at 9 o'clock. Junior would re-record this years later. It was his daddy's song, but his daddy made it famous on this day, 1948. They released it to radio, and it was called Honky Tonkin', Honky Tonkin'.
That was a good song.
You and your baby have a little falling out.
Yeah.
That would be it. That was a big one there. 1950, this guy who was in every home, funny, and gave his entire life to our troops to make them happy during their time of being away from home during wartime, wasn't even really born here. He would become an American citizen.
That's the way you do it. If you want to come over here and be part of us, then you join us, the United States, and be part of it. And if you're not going to become a United States American, then you go back to your own country. But that man right here came over here, says, I pledge to the United States of America, and supported our men and women across the pond over there that was fighting for our freedom. That's being an American. That's coming over here and joining America. And that's why, if you want to come over here and live, you join us, by golly.
He was good at it.
Get on my
now,
little
we don't know if
hot
there's
box.
any truth to this, but Austin pointing out that maybe this remodel of the Playboy Mansion is going to end up being a Dollar General.
You know, wouldn't a supersized Dollar General, it's got an upstairs too.
Do y'all remember a guy named Hal Ketchum? This is the guy that sang to you about Small Town Saturday Night.
Oh, yeah.
The world drops off sharp at the edge of town.
That's it.
We're gonna shoot out the lights. Small Town Saturday Night. Been a long time since I heard that. This guy, if you never watch another movie that I suggest watching, make this be one of them. Danny Glover. Do you remember him from Lethal Weapon?
On everything. I mean, he is awesome too.
He was in this movie. Anybody know the name Dennis Quaid?
Yes.
They were in this together. 1954, Dennis Quaid was born. But that movie there, one's an FBI agent and the other guy is the bad guy. And his son is kidnapped. The FBI agent, he's trying to find his son. I'm telling you, will blow you away. That movie was good.
Yeah.
Ranks up there in that top 10 of I got to watch it every time it comes on. I didn't listen to this group. Did you?
Yeah, I did. Dancing Queen.
See, that was really bothersome dancing. I don't understand it. Like if you were to put the words on paper and I'll read it, I'd go, what's that about? Yeah, but ABBA, 1977, had that hit with Odie's song, Dancing Queen.
Oh, that's when you get out there and dance with the women.
Was that disco era?
Yeah,
Back when we had Richie's in Meridian.
There you go.
Dancing Queen. Oh, who's this now?
Oh, yeah, that's a little Huxtable.
Yeah, I'd almost forgotten there.
Yeah. She turned into a pretty Huxtable.
Yeah, she sure did. At first, I thought she was holding her there as I made that picture so good. But who remembers watching that? It was real big there. And she was also...
I didn't know her not.
Tyler Perry's House of Pain. She went on to do that also.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, Kenny Rogers. Bob Seger would write this, and he would have a huge hit with this. And, of course, Kenny, being the man that he is, would like to have a hit and make more money also, and he did. Yeah. Sheena Easton don't look as good as I thought she did at one time after I look back on this. Y'all remember that? We've got tonight.
We've got tonight.
She had a great voice.
She did.
I'd forgotten about this. People magazine, the cover of it. It was 1984. This movie couldn't have been good because all I remember are laying up on the docks doing this. Y'all remember Splash, Daryl Hannah?
Yeah.
It couldn't have been good.
At the time, at the age, it was okay being a teenager, I guess. Of course, I was just watching her.
Yeah, maybe so. It just, yeah. Anyway, this was that day where in the movies you can do anything. They took him out, said he died on the TV show. The next thing you knew, it was all a dream. Bobby returned right out of the shower there.
Yeah, he really didn't die.
Wow.
What was that other
In other words, ratings were really bad and they had to do something.
Yeah. What was that other show that came on? It was a sitcom, and it came on for like years, and at the end, they were all trapped on an island or something.
Are you talking about...
and the kid woke up.
Gilligan's Island?
No. This was another one, and it was huge back in the 80s.
I have no clue.
It was a whole bunch of, maybe a plane crash, and they all ended up on the island. And
you dreamt this, didn't you?
No, I never really watched it because it just did look stupid. But then all of a sudden, the last episode, one of the curly-haired fella woke up, and everything was a dream. Come on, somebody help me out with that.
I don't think anybody's going to know that, Odie.
They'll
feel for Odie
in a minute. Yeah.
We go back to 1988. Get out of my dreams. Get into my car. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Anybody remember a guy named Billy Ocean? Had a good beat to it. Yeah, it was good. Liked that a whole bunch there.
Thank you, Jan. It was Lost. And Dee Dee and Rhonda. That was the name
y'all know
of
that?
it.
I ain't never heard of this.
Yeah.
Was this on PBS right after Doctor Who?
ABC, I think.
Well, there you go.
It was on one of them there mainstream channels. But yeah, and it lasted 2 or 3 years as far as I remember. But yeah, then it ended in a...
If you've ever heard the song Heartbreak Hotel, Elvis Presley.
You gotta do that lip.
Yeah. It would be 1955 that he bumped into the lady that wrote that Elvis. They go back to the room. She goes, I got a song I want to show you. He went on back, and Colonel Parker went, of course, because he smelled money.
Well, he had to get 3/4 of it.
Yeah, he sure did. Mae Axton passed away today in 1997. She wrote songs for Blake Shelton. The list goes on, Reba, and on and on. Big song there. She had bought her a lot of bacon after that. 2005...
You know, I'm sorry, but she ugly.
Don't say that. That's not nice to say.
Well, it just...
I was looking away.
You didn't want to hurt your eye, did you?
Camilla, he married her today back in 05.
Yeah.
Prince, did he get out of the hospital? Is he doing better? I'd heard that he had gone in. I
don't really know.
I hadn't heard there. But he's been married to her now for going on, 15 years?
I get close to it. You know, there for a while, he couldn't marry her. And I still don't think she can be queen, can she?
She's what's that word? Corset?
Corset, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's a wannabe queen.
I don't understand the British government and how they do all that, because they have no real power, but they waste a whole lot of money on it.
But they got all the money.
Yeah, I understand it being a tradition over there, and you got to be born into it. Talk about being born into money.
Well, you know, now you got a
Terry says he's better now.
Prince and a princess. So, what's Harry's gone. What's his brother? William.
He's large wife. And in charge.
Yeah, he's going to be your next king.
All I think of is Eddie Murphy when I think of them.
Come to America.
No. Wipers.
Oh, I'm ready for a bath.
We'll be right back.
We welcome you to a new vehicle buying experience here at Doc's Toyota. Buying a new vehicle doesn't have to be stressful, but don't just take our word for it.
This was the best experience I've ever had buying a vehicle.
Doc's employees are top-notch.
I drove 2 hours, not once, but twice, to purchase 2 vehicles with a 5-month time frame.
Doc's delivers competitive pricing, a comprehensive selection, and flexible financing options, helping you get on the road from Carthage, Meridian, and beyond. There's a reason why there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, or conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. When it comes to enhancing your out, as we look at this, we said the word wrong.
Well, we were thinking about she might have had to put something around her belly and pull it tight in the back. Suck it in as a corset.
Vivian Lee.
Yeah, she's a consort.
I guess it would have really changed the song, the meaning of it. Queen of My Double Wide Trailer, and we know he walks around singing that.
Yeah. Tammy, I was speaking of another show.
Did you spoil it?
She said, I just ruined it for y'all.
Well, shame on you.
Hit rewind on YouTube, and then when that comes up, just plug your ears.
I went for a little meeting yesterday at the Town Hall of Meridian, and go back and watch this if you get a chance. As we talked to Mayor Larry Gill, he addressed a couple of issues there, the fire department, political races, and then a sort of a controversy that's going on that we'll wait to see what plays out. I have not spoken to the supervisor yet, but as we dig into this, a motion was made apparently before the supervisors about cutting funding for bridges of that nature in the city of Meridian. And it was not seconded by anybody else there, so it's nothing going to happen, but it was a suggestion that Meridian pay for their own road work. And the mayor told me, he goes, which is the first I'd heard of it, and I wish I'd have been spoken to first about it. As you get into that, they hadn't been provided any numbers okay, it cost Meridian this much to build bridges and how much we paved versus how much they've paid into this fund. And it preliminary looks like that Meridian pays in more than they get back in the beginning. We don't know that. We're waiting to get actual numbers there. As Larry Gill says, he's pretty sure that that's the way it is, but we're waiting for official numbers. And we hope to hear from J.J. Anders, the supervisor that brought this up during the supervisors meeting. Much to be determined about it. So we'll see where this goes. But it had Meridian, the folks in the town there, all on their tippy toes going, what's going on here? Why didn't we know about this? And the mayor goes, I didn't know anything about it. So we wait to see what becomes of this. But go back and watch that video. He explains it very well, all about the fire department and everything there. So if you'd like to know what's going on in Meridian, go there. We'll be glad to see that. Let's see. We had some incidents down south of us, I-59 there. Mile marker 100 had one of those accidents, a rollover accident there, Odie. See it up here?
Yeah, them's not good.
Let me back up to this. This is the best picture we had of this. I ain't getting there, am I? Let's zoom in on that. As you can see, there's the car that's overturned right there near the mile marker there.
You know, like that, the other wreck that we showed from last night, and that wreck right there. You know, John called me and he goes, man, I'm headed that way now. Is there anything you need? And I said, yes. Please bring me an ice cold Coca-Cola.
Yes, sir. That would be nice.
Sometimes you just got to have an ice cold Coca-Cola to hit the spot and help you through it. And I tell you, there's nothing like it. Meridian Coca-Cola. You're helping the store that you buy it from, and you're helping Meridian Coca-Cola. Go by, get you one today, whether it's the glass bottle or a Diet Coke like Greg likes, or just a plain good Coca-Cola.
Yes, sir. You might need one if you get caught up in this traffic again today.
Whoop. Yep, they'll be out again today. You know they're hot and they need one.
Poplar Springs Drive there, repaved, is going to be nice once this is done.
That's right.
A little pain while that's being done. I think I got a second picture here, Odie, as we look at that. Yeah. Most everybody's going up and hanging a left on 23rd.
Yeah.
And then just avoiding the area to the best of their ability. So keep that in mind as you're out and about. Also, want to say the downtown, this has been going on for quite some time. A little road work there also. So as you're coming in over that hill, be careful.
There it is.
That would be about 9th Street, if I'm not mistaken.
That's it.
9th Street.
So a little bit of pain, but there is ways around. It might not be the best, and it gets you off your beaten path, but when it's all done, it's going to be nice.
Don't forget, this is coming up this Sunday. The Easter egg hunt, downtown Meridian there.
City Hall, 3 to 6 p.m. The egg hunt starts at 4.
Yeah, Meridian Mutual being a part of that. I hope you'll come down. We'll be there 3 until 6. Eggs everywhere. That's
everywhere.
That's Sunday. Now also, let's see, Friday night. Let's back up. Let's go to Friday night.
Oh,
she's going to be there.
The Bouncing Betty.
Why did you have to say that and mess it up in my head?
Because you were going to say the Big Betty.
Yeah, Big Betty. Big Betty's coming to town.
Oh, man, it's going to be a great night. Friday night, downtown 5th Street. You can't miss the Moons in between 23rd and 22nd Avenue. It's free, guys. It's free. Come down. Have a wonderful time. Support this local Aces who puts this on. And a great band. Dress in your 80s garb and come on. If you still got parachute pants, wear that. Did you ever have parachute pants?
Now, do you really think I owned anything that looked like that? Now, I saw them at school that looked that way. No. I wasn't going past my Levi's blue jean jacket.
Oh, man, I still wish I had my parachute pants. They got to be worth something.
Funniest story I think I've heard all week was Greg's wife, Lisa. She was talking about somebody brought up vintage clothing, and they saw one of Greg's jackets. Oh, where did he find it? And he goes, I wear that every day. I'm with you, Greg.
Oh, man.
Nothing wrong with a 30-year-old jacket, and I have y'all know that. Saturday. Let's talk about Saturday.
Saturday.
Out at Mount Horeb Baptist Church, they're going to be having an Easter egg hunt there also. It'll be from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. Hope you can make it out for that. 5500 block of Zero Road.
Zero
Food,
Road.
fun, and it's free.
Man, you can't beat that free part.
No,
Man.
not a bit there. We also have another Easter egg hunt for you.
Easter extravaganza going to be Ben Davis Park at 15th Avenue Baptist Church there on 14th Street. Boy, that'll tell you for a look.
Is it Ben Arthur? I've always
Ben Arthur Park.
I promise you, I think I've always heard it called Ben Arthur Park.
It's been something. It's a big grassy area with a
basketball
goal court right there in the middle of it. Go by there. They're going to have Easter egg hunt for everybody, even your traditional and adaptive for exceptional abilities. Is going to be at this one. So go by 12 to 2, 14th Street. You're not going to miss it. It's going to be right there.
I was, and I don't have it handy there. I'll look it up there in a minute. So we'll see. What else we got going on? It seemed like there was another event.
Well, now, Saturday is full because we've got...
yes, sir.
We've got Newton.
Yes, sir. Loose Caboose.
Loose Caboose is coming. We'll know about it more tomorrow, so hang on. Loose Caboose people will be here tomorrow. Ben Arthur Davis Park. So there we go. That's where the Arthur come in.
Is that middle name? I thought it was.
But also Saturday night, after you leave the Loose Caboose, we've got the big deal downtown at the Arts Center, and that's going to be
Sip and Savor.
Sip and Savor. I don't know, $75, $80 to get in, but I'm telling you, there is cuisine from all over the place.
And we Googled that
taste
word to make sure we could pronounce it.
That's it, because we was hungry. And you take sips of all kinds of different things that come from Mississippi. You're going to leave with a great entertainment, great drinks, great food, a little bit of everything. I promise you it's well worth it. Go by and make sure you get your tickets to go to Sip and Savor.
Now, I haven't been notified, Matthew, of this, but he's saying that there could be a fishing rodeo out at QB Sykes Park this Saturday also. I know they used to do one there all the time, and then we just didn't hear any more from them. So maybe that's happening.
If you know or have a flyer or something like that, make sure you send it. Scotty Ray 1969 at AOL.com or Messenger on Facebook.
Love Now has an Easter egg hunt on the 19th at 1 o'clock.
Look at there, Planet Playground.
We did hear rumor of this going on also on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. A legend, and he is a legend. I don't care how you slice it. John Travolta is rumored to be in town filming a new movie down there.
That's right, Mississippi Coast.
So check that out. I don't know what the movie is or what it is, but I'll run up on that this morning. I thought I'd share that if you're going to be in that area. It'd be pretty neat to meet old John, wouldn't it?
Go down, and from what I understand, if you see him out in town or something, and you say hey, he will say hey back. He is not arrogant.
It's kind of like knocking on the tombstone that always says nothing.
That's right. That's right. So he's always good.
He is a good fellow there.
Yeah.
Up and coming, we got birthdays and a few other things still to talk about this morning. Y'all don't rush off.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray. This is, I know that spammers do a lot of mean things. We see it. Now they're doing this with job interviews to where if you put online, sign up here for a job, they're signing up, making fake IDs, the whole 9 yards, and submitting it for a job interview.
How much time do you have on your hands?
Just go to work. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
And at least when you do this much work, you'll get paid for it. I mean,
but that type person doesn't want it, do they?
Now, working, old Justin Jordan with us, flood risk on the Mississippi. He is part of Lauderdale County permit and with floodplain management for Lauderdale County, and he's down there getting him some edumacation, so better service. Yep. So y'all have a good informative trip there, Justin. We miss you. Hurry up and come back.
Tell him to stay away from the casino.
Stay away from the casino.
Yeah, we thought we'd tell you.
Yeah. Don't use all your paycheck. That per diems to eat on.
RFK pushed it, and I've heard this time and time again, fluoride in your drinking water. He's suggesting that the CDC put out a warning not to do that anymore and to stop it. Will that ever happen? I don't know. It's bad on your teeth, isn't it?
It's bad on everything. Your body.
You wonder why we all got cancer.
Why are these other countries that don't have crap like this don't have cancer? Why are we the only country that has cancer centers at every city we come to? Why is it we have more cancer drugs than any other country out there? Why is it that we lose so many people every single day to cancer when other countries don't have this type of problem? Could it be the medications that we're using or just the chemicals that's put into our food? And you've got somebody that upsetting the apple cart, should we say?
Yes, sir.
That is wanting to make America healthy again and get this crap out of our food, these additives. Guys, however you want to look at it, it ain't good for us and it's hurting us. So hopefully we can get some clarity here.
I missed somebody from another state. Good morning from Natchez. Justin watching us. We had someone watching from a far-off place a while ago that made a remark, and I meant to bring it up and forgot.
Well, I mean, we're out in 48 different countries.
I forget where it was, but it stuck out to me, and I missed it. So
we have some people that
there.
write stuff, and then we have to hit the translate button to find out what they say.
Some of those that does happen there. I haven't bought one, but they have gone up. If you're a Mega Millions player, if you play the lottery, they have gone up from $2 to $5 now. But they claim that they're increasing the jackpots to compensate for that.
Yeah, and not just the major jackpot. It's going to be all of the other payoff is what they're going. So I think the actual jackpot, they're going to keep it at the same rate going up as the $2 ticket would do. But then all of your other payouts are increasing. So, hey, that's pretty good.
Well, what's the odds there, Odie?
290,472,000.
One shot in it.
336 to 1.
The best we can tell you is that's 1% chance that you didn't have if you didn't buy one.
There's always one thing.
What's that?
There is no way you can win if you don't have a ticket.
That's right. That's right.
Point blank, that's proven. That's 100% fact. If you ain't got a ticket, you ain't going to win.
RW often practices that on dates. If you don't ask, you ain't getting one. So you ask often.
Yeah, and look at the casseroles he's got.
What do we got in birthdays this morning?
Oh, we got birthdays. Let's see. We got Lily Rebecca Johnston from Enterprise joined the teen club. 13 years old today.
That's Joe's little baby girl.
Yeah.
SMI.
Responsibilities just doubled.
It did.
But it's still a good day.
It is.
We got Alicia Single. He's got a birthday. Vanessa Barnett. I can't even. Walker. The prescription's going weak. Kyle White. Marilyn Hearn. Bubba and Shirley. They got their anniversary today. The Olanders. Y'all see them. Wish them a happy anniversary. And Regina Sanders has a birthday today.
Harperville, Mississippi, joining us there. We do appreciate that also there. Let's see. I didn't know this place existed, but as we go to Nashville, Tennessee this morning, an argument broke out right out in front of Larry Flint's Hustler Club. And if you wasn't supposed to be there, well, your wife now knows because they are releasing those photos in Nashville everywhere.
Was there a woman involved?
I'm going to say there was, Odie, there. Disagreement led to a shooting.
Whoop! Uh-oh.
Just remember, you can't hide from the media when these things happen. That's a pretty good line to do that. The Supreme Court is going to allow Trump to get rid of 16,000 probationary workers. You know, probationary. They had said he couldn't do it. And the Supreme Court said, "Oh, yeah, he can."
That's probation. It's like somebody hires you and they say, "Look, you're going to be on probation for 60 days to see if you're going to fit here."
Well, there's a lot, and y'all know this as well as I do. There's a lot of jobs that are protected from unions and government jobs. And once you get it, you never have to work again because you got hired. Y'all know that as well. You've worked in these places to where you know that Sally and John over there don't do nothing all day. Sit there and look at the phone and then answer smart aleck to you, but there's nothing you can do to them. All that needs to change. You should, no matter where you are, have to be productive and not protected just because. It bothers me.
Come on.
That's my 2 cents for the day. As we wind the show up each and every day, it is Wednesday. Don't forget there's going to be a church service near you somewhere tonight.
Somebody's got one.
You got a Bible verse for us?
Let's see. I hit the button, and the Lord's taking us to 1 Corinthians 3, verse 16. Don't you know that you yourselves are God's temple, and that God's Spirit dwells in your midst? What we do, other people see. And if we want to be godly, we have to act godly and show people what the love of Jesus Christ can do for them through us. Walking daily with Him is hard, but walking daily with Him is the way we need to portray ourselves. Invite Him into your heart. Share your life with others. Smile and let them see some happiness because it may just rub off on them and change their day. Y'all have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow. Friday's coming. The weekend's almost here. Until then, remember to have a good day, but mainly because we love you.
Oh, we just got this in. Briarwood Road, little boo-boo there. Truck off in the ditch.
Ooh, be careful, Briarwood Road. Yeah, it's going to be one lane for a little bit.
Yes, sir. They'll get it out. Again, thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. And throughout the day, you'll see us around and about town.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.